Timmy Legs and Doris, we had LeBron James and the new look Lakers, and that's the only thing new about them. Everything else is relatively old. Hosting Steph Curry and the Warriors. Let's pick it up early, and LeBron James looking comfortable and young on the defensive end.
Father Time hasn't found him yet. The rotation and the send back.
Look at him coming over on the defensive side, and then Timmy Legs, Anthony Davis on the flush.
Yeah, reminding people when he's healthy why this is one of the toughest matchups in the league. Size and athleticism, too much for the front line of Golden State.
And how about LeBron Doris in the painted area?
Yeah, that mid-range is so good because he gets separation on the lean back.
LeBron 18 in the first half. Lakers by 6 at the break. Now we're playing defense and we're running the floor, and it's Anthony Davis. Timmy with the slam.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of this year. Obviously, LeBron, AD out in the open floor. You're going to end up with this kind of result most of the time.
Yeah, how about that result? We have liftoff. Anthony Davis would score 33, LeBron 34. They're in midseason form. Lakers by 2 going to the fourth. But that quarter, Doris, would belong to Jordan Poole.
He had 16, and when he got going in the second half, that's when the game changed.
Russell Westbrook, we'll talk about him in a moment. Never quite got comfortable last night. Did not have double figures in any of the major categories, points, assists, or rebounds. Meanwhile, here's more from Poole on the hezzy. He had 20. Warriors pulling away. Steph Curry, if you can have this, Timmy Legler, he had a quiet triple-double.
He did. I thought, actually, the Lakers did a phenomenal job hounding him all night. He played in traffic the entire game, but he just stayed with it, and even when he's not scoring, this is what he does. He draws people, and it makes the game easier for others.
That's Andrew Wiggins knocking down a dagger. Warriors come from behind and win it on the road, 121-114. Steph, let's talk.
It is interesting playing a team that's brand new with, their high upside and, the names that they have over there. It's hard to really kind of measure like what the rest of the season is going to look like based on, one game. But we focus on what we're doing. I like where we're at.
Better offense beats great defense anytime. And they did a great job of executing their offense as well. So you got to get them credit. Get back in the film, get back on the floor on Thursday. See ways we can get better as a team, as individuals. And then get back on the phone Friday versus another tough test.
So we'll get a little work done on the AV system out there at Staples, but that's a different conversation for a different time. What are they going to do about the offense? So this is the first time ever that Davis and LeBron play together. They each score 30 and their team loses, which begs the question, where is Russell Westbrook going to fit in here?
Yeah, I said to you guys before the show, I said at no point in the next 8 months is Russell Westbrook going to be in rhythm. I mean, he might even lose his ability to dance. That's what I was thinking as I'm watching the game. I said, because, look, he's never been third. Right, he's been first when KD left OKC. He's been first in Washington. He was second guy in Houston and second next to KD. This is different. LeBron is their point guard for all intents and purposes. Anthony Davis gets a lot of the offense run through him. So where does that leave Russell Westbrook? It leaves him as a guy trying to find his mark offensively. Look, we know he's going to make all those plays that we're going to talk about, the energy plays, the rebounding. He's a guy that plays with relentless passion. We get all that. But in terms of his own offensive rhythm, I think he's going to post career lows in field goal percentage, free throw percentage, three-point percentage, you name it. And so how does that affect him? And it's going to be a work in progress for him to understand how does Frank Vogel find more opportunities for him to be an alpha so he can look like himself. Because last night he just looked like he was constantly kind of getting out of the way and then taking shots he probably didn't even want to take just to participate offensively. And that's just not going to work for him.
So they'll spend the season figuring that out. Meanwhile, Doris, you were telling us in the meeting this morning, the one player you have your eye on in L.A. is the guy who you think could become the most dominant player maybe in the whole league.
Well, he's got top 5 skills, Anthony Davis. Let's remember he missed 36 games a season ago with that calf and the Achilles. But when he's engaged and he's healthy and he's getting to every aspect of his game, he's as problematic as any player in the league. Why? Because you can play him out of the post. He can take a guy one-on-one. You guard him small, he's just going to shoot over the top. He can put it on the deck. He did regress last year as a shooter, and obviously the missed time played a part in the Lakers' downfall, but this guy is a top 5 talent, and as long as he and LeBron are at the level they were at last night, you saw what the Lakers can be. They're going to put a ton of pressure on you with their size and with their transition game, and I think Russ will figure it out. He'll have the ball less often, and when he does have it, he's going to have to move it faster, but those two guys make him formidable nonetheless.
Quickly as we start, despite the loss, are the Lakers, in your view, the team to beat in the West?
No, believe it or not, I think the Utah Jazz are going to finish first again in the West. Now, What happens in the playoffs is a different thing, but the Utah Jazz are going to have a great
What do you
year.
think?
Going into the year, I say the Lakers, but I knew all along it's going to take them time. Ask it again in 6 weeks, but I think just on paper, once they get their cohesion figured out offensively, I do think this is a team that still has LeBron James on it and looks like he's 25 years old still. I favor the Lakers.
It is a lot of new faces on what is the oldest roster in the NBA.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.